Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Casey with Mosaic Mermaid Tarot, and today's pick a card is going to be for current thoughts and feelings. And what we have today for pile one, we're gonna have this beautiful, shimmery, gorgeous pyrite, fool's gold. Okay. If you want a preview of your cards, you can watch I'll put in a card right now. Um, just look up there for your channeled song for this reading. If you want a peek, spoiler, at the cards. Otherwise, you'll just meet me at your piles, of course. Pile two, we have this, come on. So this is blue fire agate. And it is so pretty, guys. Oh my god. Please pardon my crusty fingers, but look. So beautiful. I love it. Sorry. Alright, that's going to be pile two. Then for pile three, oops, we have the absolutely gorgeous peacock ore, which, come on. That's gorgeous right there. That is so pretty. I could do this in just for hours. Okay, so that is pile three. All right. So thank you so much for all the lovely comments and subs lately. I am very, very happy, and thank you all for being here. If you're still watching the intro, that's awesome. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that so you don't miss anything. And I will see you at your reading. Like, comment. I love to talk. Okay. Bye. Hey, pile one. If you chose this sparkly, gorgeous piece of pyrite, fool's gold, this is going to be your reading. And your card number one, all in the golden afternoon. Keywords are inspiration, creative spark, imagination, and conception. Look at how beautiful this card is. Again, that's the number one. Reminds me of looks like a library in the background. She looks almost like she's in a outfit for like Belle's outfit. But in case, I should have said this in the, oops, now I'm trying to get it. This is the deck that I am using for these oracle cards. But just the colors are so beautiful. And I promise, guys, I'm trying to get some better lighting and figured out. But I just really love looking at the cards because art is a way to another way to express your feelings and your emotions. So we will come back to that. And I'm going to start with some oracle cards. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I cut the deck, and of course, we have Twin Flame. Yes, they are your twin flame, yin and yang. Love forever changed. The Grim Reaper, breakup, divorce, clearing away the old, cutting something or someone off. So this could be in the form of karmic, some kind of karmic energy that your person is dealing with. Like, literally look at, like, that's intense. They're, you know, in the process of removing whatever this is, whether it's a divorce or, you know, maybe a job change or a move. Something that's really just turned their world inside out right now. Something as dramatic as this card feels when you look at it. Oh, goodness gracious. There's a lot going on here, guys. And then we have this, and that just, of course, I'm going to split the deck, and it's going to be Twin Flame because that's what I do, guys. Sorry about the glare. But yes, they are your twin flame, or divine counterpart, or soulmate, whatever you'd like to call it. But I just love this card so much. It is absolutely, it's perfect. I just love it so much. It's so, I don't even have the words. I just love it. Did I say I love it, guys? Oh, I'm sorry. I love it. I'm gonna keep it because I love it. We're also gonna keep this one because we're gonna need to keep that. What I'm gonna do is, what I was going to do is not look at the cards because I'm always trying to be nosy. Give it one good shuffle because I did pre-shuffle it, but it's a big old deck, so I gotta handle it a certain way. I feel like your person might be a little bit of a freak. Let's see here. Freaky, freaky. Okay, so let's see. Take a deep breath and imagine your person. All right. And clock is slow, guys. Slow progress will take a while, not the right time. I wonder if I can just go ahead and fix that like that. No, that's not good either. There we go. All right, so I'm going to put these aside because it is not fun when you drop those guys everywhere because they are very slippery. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got, guys. Right here waiting. I had this card in a reading, one of my last couple of readings, because I instantly thought of Right Here Waiting for You by Richard Marx. You know, wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. And what else? What else does that? But that twin flame energy, you know? Expectations, yearning and longing, waiting period. So I do feel like it's going to be some time. Look at how they both have purple dresses. So your persons, I feel like both of you are really in your emotional moon energy. But yes, there's a deep yearning. I don't feel the expectations part. I'm not getting that very strongly. The life forever changed. All in a golden afternoon. You're their inspiration, their creative spark. I feel like you're the reason they feel like they're alive right now. Like, you give them so much just light and love, and they love you. They love you for your imagination. And there's could be a book connection, like a library, like maybe Beauty and the Beast type thing. But I'm just look at in every picture she's wearing that purple dress. So not in that one, but okay. Unhealthy choices. All right, guys. So we gotta talk about this because I think we all deal with these, whether it's bad eating habits. Hello, yes, I have horrible eating habits. I just ate a chocolate chip muffin before this reading. Girl, I bad eating habits. I'm gonna have an apple later to offset it because that's the way it works, right? Bad eating habits, focus on your health, careful who and what you let in. Now, that right there is, if you are experiencing some major red flags, you're going to want to keep your eye on that. You got to be careful. I feel like you might be a little bit on high alert because it took me a minute to get into this energy. It was I literally I have so much anxiety. My heart's fluttering and I feel like a very nervous energy. And I don't know if that is you or your person, but it's like my stomach hurts and um I'm just like, got a very nervous anxiety type deal going on. Like, I don't know if it's just me because I do have that kind of thing going on, but I just, it was, it took me a minute to, I just had to take some deep breaths. So if you hear me just every now and then taking a deep breath, it's just making sure that because it's a heavy feeling on my chest and that so whether it's your health or mental health or who or what you're letting in to your body, mind, soul, be careful. Temptation, seduction, weaknesses, tempting offers and desires. Now, yeah, that is, it's like they are so weak when it comes to you, pile one. They are so, like, you make them actually weak in the knees. It is like, it's a thing. It's like they think of you, and maybe this is their nervous, chaotic energy that I'm feeling. That is makes me want to take a breath every 20 seconds like yeah, I'm still breathing. Okay. It's very heavy, but also very just it's got me scattered feeling. I think you make them feel like a kid with a crush. Do you remember when you were little and you got your first crush? I mean, there's nothing like being a kid in love, right? And I think that's how you make them feel. And and maybe you've given them some tempting offers, or you've shared some desires, but they find you such a temptation. And they long for you and they yearn for you. Mm. It's almost like you're a bad habit that they are trying to be strong, not to be tempted by, because you are so easily, I mean, they are just seduced by you. Of course, I'm thinking of the Celine Dion song, Seduce, what is it? Seduces Me? Oh, go listen to that song. It's Celine Dion, but girl, I say girl a lot. I don't mean to gender anybody, but like I'm always like, girl, like you're my friend, like. So if y'all got a better word, you're gonna hear me say anything from, depending on what kind of energy I'm channeling, anything from girl to bro to dude to guys, y'all. I just I fall into a lot of different energies. Maybe I have a lot of different spirits guiding me, but um yeah. So I'm weird. I'm here. I'm sorry. I hope you guys are okay with that. Drop it in the comments. Um so okay, so yeah, you are a you're something right now. They can't taste you right now. They want to. You're very tempting. But they just can't let themselves get caught up in you because they're doing some very heavy shit right now. They're, you know, a Grim Reaper card against the Twin Flame card, it's like, damn. Like, what's gonna, like, really? That feels, and the way that I feel, it's like my heart is racing because your person is, they're so anxious about something or everything under the weight. Oh boy. So you are just an added temptation. I'm also hearing Familiar Taste of Poison by Hailstorm. Please go check out that song. And even if you just look up the lyrics, the song is the biggest twin flame energy you will ever come across. But it's just, yeah, it's good, guys. It's good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is, to me, another twin flame card in this deck. Perfect match. I mean, flame. Like, look at how beautiful. I love this card. Great chemistry, highly compatible, and quick connection. See, this is what happened. You came along during some real fucked up shit. And I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep my sailor out of the readings, but this reading is I am on edge. I really am. It's it's a that's very tight in the chest, and that could easily be because of it. So here you come along and they're like, "Oh my god." It's like they manifested you, but they weren't ready for you. So you come along and it's the chemistry is, oh my god, and you're so compatible, like right off the bat. You're in, but they're going through all this crap, this heavy stuff, and it's not. It's like between you and this, it is too much for them. The temptation, that's sending them over the edge. So they can't do it. So they may have ghosted you. They may be in minimal, if any, contact. Because they might just need that much space. The world, yes, because they're trying to complete all of this stuff because they want to get to you because you're the twin flame. You're the yin to their yang. That's why their life is forever changed. I don't know who I am right now, but I like your person. They feel very jovial. Um, the world, completion, new worlds opening up, rewards after hard lessons. So that pulls me back to whatever this hard lesson is with this Grim Reaper. Whatever that is, whether it's a karmic, a divorce, clearing away old, maybe there's a lot of family crap going on, Cutting something or someone off. I mean, that could be some very heavy shit to deal with, you guys. So, um, all the while, here you are with your big old doe eyes and your big old flame, and you're like, I'm gonna be right here waiting for you. I'm gonna be your, I mean, forever changed to an almost unhealthy I mean, not quite, but you are almost in an unhealthy way of your mentality where you just will do anything and will wait as long as it takes. And that's fine. As long as it's not not as long as it's not unhealthy. And you will have to use your own discernment for that, but you should always, I mean, of course, don't put up for any bullshit. I don't feel like your person puts up with any bullshit. And I also don't think they say anything they don't mean. So, hence, they're just not talking to you. But you're their world. This is what they're not telling you. You're going to be the reward after all these hard lessons, after all this karmic crap that they're going through. You're going to be the reward. And not that you're some object to be won, but it's like it's something, you're the light at the end of the tunnel. You're what makes them get up in the morning and do the things that they do, that is literally bringing them to the brink of being just unhealthy. And but they love you so much, and all they want to do is get to this, they want to complete this cycle. I mean, the world and the tarot is like the end. That's, or could be the beginning after the end. I mean, but look, it's so like yin and yang in the background too, and she's so beautiful. And what's going on back here? It's amazing what we can see with the iPhone camera, or at least me, because I damn sure can't see that if I'm not looking at it. What is that, y'all? Is that a sea serpent? If so, that's awesome. I love that. What's over here? Tell me it's a squid or a architeuthis. It is. I don't know why, y'all, and this is totally me just telling you things that you don't need to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Is I am obsessed with, because I have OCD, guys, but like I am obsessed with giant squid, like, and like the really, really big ones. Like I am just, and when I think about it, it gives me this kind of fluttery anxiety that I get right now, that I've got right now. So maybe your person is, into that kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's a one-off for somebody, but I love anything giant squid, and all the footage and everything. I've just consumed everything, and I'm telling you, like, it really, you know, it was really, isn't it creepy to know that there's so much of the ocean, like, that we have never, or could even think of exploring at this point. We've explored the space more than we have the ocean. How you know that there's no mermaids? I don't know. I'm in the business of, if I can't call it, then I'm going to go ahead and believe it until you can prove me wrong. I'm going to go ahead and believe it because I'm not in the business of not believing shit, because it's some I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the wrong thing. So, and I'm telling you, there are some sea monsters in the ocean, and they fascinate me. Okay, so anyway, sorry for the rant. I felt like somebody got real excited about that though. So please tell me because I am here for it. Okay, so I can't help but notice that she is holding this like a woman would hold her stomach, um, like a pregnancy type image. Um, or it could be a shout out to my other big girls because, we gotta look out for each other. Um, let's see. So yeah, yeah, the whole giant squid thing was just it was really funny to me. I don't know. I'm still you guys seriously tell me who heard that needed to hear that. The study room, oh snap. I'm sorry. I don't know who I am right now. Your person is fun. I like it. Okay. So, look at this. Look at this picture. I mean, it's the same fucking picture with different strange girls. Cuz isn't that what they're called? Strange big-eyed girls, strange girls. Another channeled song. You gotta listen to Strange Girls by Hailstorm. It's my anthem. Anywho, study room, studying you, learning to love, getting to know each other. So again, that's giving me that whole um, Beauty and the Beast Belle, like the scene where they're getting to know each other and there's something sweet and almost kind. Like when he gives her the library and she's just like, I think ever since then, as a child, I knew I wanted a library. I have always loved books, and there is not a book that I haven't, kept in my life. So I do actually have a small library. And so, like, I am really excited about this. So maybe there's a book connection, or, you know, you really like there's a globe here. Maybe they're definitely learning to love, but you have inspired them. I mean, they they've gone from being this grim reaper during this whatever this is, right? This is what they were going through. Then you showed up and they were like, holy shit. And then it scared the crap out of them. So they started seeing you as a temptation that they couldn't have. So they took away their energy from you. But now they know who you really are. They know what a great, that's not even there's no words for the type of connection that divine counterparts share. And it can be so absolutely engulfing, and just on fire. But it can also be just as bad. So always try to communicate, guys, because that is the only way that you will ever see the good end, um, happy ending of that kind of connection, because it always seems like a lot of people can't really handle how intense the shadow work and the emotions that you have to go through. Not everybody's comfortable sitting in their emotions. I know I had, being a double Pisces, I've had way too many emotions for all my life, and now I'm able to use that as a way to transmute it out of me for all of you into, you know, I can heal myself and heal and try to help you guys heal as well. And that's I just love that. Oh, my little Luna just sneezed. So maybe somebody's got a cold. She doesn't, but she gets cold. She gets very cold. She's always wanting to be wrapped up in little burrito blankets. Don't know why. I felt like somebody needed to hear that. So I'm just so caught up in your little fool's gold there. But like I said, this is awesome. And the fact that it came up last, I was just, but they're studying you. I feel like even if you're not in communication, you are being watched, maybe on social media. Um, and maybe they're just trying to figure out how to love you. Because it seems like it's hard for them. I mean, it feels like they don't, like, this is how they see you, right? Here they are in the library studying you. Looks like the same library. And they're trying to learn how to love you. Teach them, pile one. Tell them and treat them how you want to be treated. And that's all you can do. And you have to just know that they are ultimately, they know who you are. They know who you are. But they've just come off this, and maybe it it hasn't even stopped. Maybe they're still like heavy in this energy. But they are waiting for the day that they can be with you. And until then, they're trying to study you. Maybe they look at your pictures a lot. Maybe they read your texts or letters that you have sent or written. Does anybody write letters anymore? Please tell me in the comments. I would. I would totally write a letter. It would take me forever. Hurts my fingers. How many of you know how to do cursive? And how many of you are mad that you had to learn it? And how many of you didn't know that nobody does cursive anymore? I found that out a few years ago. And I was like, what? Oh, anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and get into your messages because I want to see what they have to say to you. I want to see what their thoughts and feelings are. And so, what I'm going to use for your messages is the Hidden Truth Oracle. And then we'll go into some White Rose guidance. It's volume 2 I'm going to use. Take a deep breath. think about your person. Messages from Pile One's person, please. Spirit messages from Pile One's person. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Which is often something that happens in these type of divine counterpart relationships. Oftentimes, people are triggered so hard that they react in whatever way their body has learned to deal with trauma. And a lot of that comes from a lot of different things. Even as early as childhood trauma, your body learns how to protect itself in so many different ways. I always like to say it's a fingerprint. It's like a fingerprint with everybody, and everybody reacts to trauma the same, and everybody has some kind of trauma. I don't believe there's a person out there that doesn't have some type of trauma. But they blamed you because they were so in their ego. Because you came in and they were like, what? They were like, where did you come from with your seductions and making me weak and making me all tempted with your offers? Pile one, what did you do to your person? But they, when shit got real, and that's what I'm hearing, when shit got real, and the emotions started flowing, they were like, oh hell no. Because oftentimes, and there's a runner, there's a chaser, and I feel like they were in their or running, so they instantly was emotions. No, can't do that, because that's how they have been. Their body has learned to deal with that. So whatever that is that they do, if they ghost you, if they don't talk a lot, if they keep themselves isolated, you just have to give them some grace and space, because you don't know what's going on. You gotta. It's what I love about tarot is the perspectives that you can get, because you can really learn to see the world so differently through an emotional way. I don't know if you, I hope you understand how, because I don't explain things the greatest all the time. But it's just live your emotions, guys. Like, it's okay. Let's get to these messages, because these are the best part, and I'm trying to make these not so long. Tell me if you guys like them long like this, if you like me to ramble, or if you want me to get my shit together. This person, maybe both of you, you guys got potty mouths. I do too, so no judgment, but I'm up on YouTube cussing, and I don't think that's a good thing, so I need to try to rein it in. But y'all got the mouth of a sailor, is what I'm hearing. We're bringing out all my stuff. Well, I like to sprinkle the word FUCK a lot, in basically every sentence in my normal life. It's sweet when you guys say I'm so calm and relaxing, because this is probably the only times that I am. Okay, back to your energy. I left you before you could leave me. And that's a self-sabotage, which is also a heavy, um, like something that happens a lot in these types of connections. And maybe at this point, because they're now in their era of inspiration and creativity and imagination and like they're thinking all of these things that they can do so that they can get this completion and get to you, because they know that how compatible you are. I mean, you got two twin flame cards and the world, and it's just it feels so divine counterparty. Yeah, I like to make up words too, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm afraid to contact you. It's exactly what I was saying, guys. They usually in these types of connections, one or both of you are too afraid, whether it's because you don't want, like, that's that coping mechanism, that trauma response. Like, I don't want to reveal or be vulnerable because then you might find something that you don't like, and then you won't like me, because we all live in our insecurities. And so for this person, it's just best to not contact you. It's just best to keep it surface level. But eventually, you know, you take that love and you give it to yourself. Yes, that too. But you take your the love and you give that to yourself, and then I'm so sorry. I'm so shake card. I shake it at like, um, but just love yourself and put that into making some healthier choices, whatever that means for you in your world. Because I'm not here to call you out on anything. It's up to you to know the things intuitively in your life that you need to change. I think we all do. Some of us are more likely to admit it than others, and that's fine, because people, fear is a mighty thing, and it'll make you do the dumbest shit. It really will. It'll make your body respond in the craziest ways. And just know that, as somebody who used to be so afraid of so many things, I am still so afraid of so many things. But I am so much braver than I used to be, because I had to be. And all you guys out there, I feel like you have to be as well. Because to me, we are all Mosaic souls. And we are broken and we are shattered over and over again. And we pick ourselves up and we put ourselves back together, oh so beautifully. Because even though we've been cut into a million pieces, we can put ourselves back together, just like a mosaic. And we're still beautiful, maybe even more so. Those scars and cracks, those give you the character and just it's life. You're living it. Don't be scared to live in your emotions. Don't be afraid to share your emotions because you never know when you won't be able to. And if you are always authentic and in your truth, and you say the things that you need to say, even if you're so scared, if you just do it, I promise you, you will feel better. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and the less afraid you are. And there has been so much that I have over the past couple years since I lost two sisters. So like I lost them within a few months' time. So like I went through a huge dark night of the soul, and it's you just gotta keep on, keeping on. Fears. My fears have changed. Let's just say that. My fears have gotten, and like I said, I'm OCD. I'm I take medication, which really helps me, but I still have triggers. And my fears of before I lost my two sisters, they really changed. You know, your priorities change. And I just started living my life for me. I became my inner child. I'm here with you guys doing this because after that happened to me, I got obsessed with watching tarot, and the community was so loving and so just brought so much light and perspective and allowed me to figure out how to further regulate my emotions. Because I am a double Pisces, and yes, I will cry in every video probably. Just know that that is what I do, and it is okay to cry. It's the body's natural way to get that anxiety, that crap that eats you from the inside out. That's how you do it. That's one of the ways you do it. I also like to scream at the top of my lungs, not like crazy, but like you put on your favorite rock song and you belt it out like for the entire song, the top of your lungs. Get in your car and go drive somewhere remote and just seriously belt it out like at the top of your lungs because it really is so cathartic. And I will often share whatever I find that has helped me with any of my, we'll call them quirks. I will let you know. But fear is a mighty thing. And if you can learn how to not necessarily not be afraid, but just not be afraid to do the thing, like to just conquer the fear of doing the things. Because once you say, like, let's say for example you want to say something to your person but you're afraid, they're going to block you. If you say that thing to your person and they block you, is that really your person? Is that really like, and this is all to your discernment, of course, but if they're really doing things like really just never speaking to you or not giving you any type of energy that they want you around at all, then by all means, never put yourself in a position you don't want to be in. If there are circumstances that you yourself have chosen to wait, then that is a beautiful thing. And you will always hold space for your person because that soul connection is a mighty thing. It is really not for the faint of heart either. And that's why a lot of these connections don't work. So you got to be willing to do the work because you've got to look into your shadows and you've got to make friends with your demons. And you got to not be afraid. And I'm telling you, once I went through that dark night of the soul after I lost my sisters, and I became a whole new person. And she's sitting here right now talking to you guys. People that I didn't even know I had friends in this community. Like, I didn't know I had people, but now I have like soul family, and I'm a completely different person than I was 2 years ago. So my point is I have stopped giving a crap about what people think about what I say or what I do, or who I don't hang out with, or who I don't talk to, or what, anything that I'm doing with my life. Or if I have something to say, I fucking say it. I say it, guys. And you should too, because you never know if you're not going to be able to. And I truly believe that if there are things that you say to who you think is your person, your twin flame, your divine match, if you think there's anything you could say to them that would make them run away for good, then let them run away for good. They weren't meant for you. But maybe you'll be vulnerable about something, or this thing or that thing, and maybe you'll continue to kind of do that, and maybe they'll see that they can be safe with you. It all really just depends on your person and the situation, and how each person handles their own traumas. And I just I just know from my experience that every time I said something I was afraid to say, it just became easier. And believe me, it took a lot of times. But after a lot of times of saying what I need to say to the people that I need to say it to, I can tell you that I am the bravest I have ever been. And you can do that too. Because, like I said, I don't feel this type of connection. I don't feel there's anything that you could say. I mean, you don't want to say something really bad. I mean, you know what's good and bad, pile one, but I'm just saying, like, just tell them you love them. If you have never told them you love them and you do, tell them. What are they going to do? If they run from that, let them. and then love yourself until they come to their senses, because that's what's going on. I think they've already, if they haven't, if that's the timeline, because this is just a snapshot of energy at this moment in time that you are, because it's a timeless reading. So when you come here, this has found you for this reason. So, yeah, this is a good, like, they are trying, like, they could be in the very beginning, like where they are, blaming you and being in their ego and leaving you. Or this could be the storyline that you've already been through. You could be at the almost completion the world, you know? I don't know where you are in your journey, but you're going to get there, guys. You're going to get there. All in a golden afternoon. It's time for me to heal now. That's on the bottom of the deck. I just looked down at it. We're already at an hour here, guys. So I'm going to get to your next love messages. And then we're going to close out your reading. Because, yes, we had a lot of soul chat. And you guys are going to have to let me know if that's something you want more of or comfortable with, or if you'd rather I just get the messages done, you know? So I do feel so much better than I did at the beginning of this reading, though. Like, I think your person just needs reassurance. How often do we just feel like we need reassurance? A lot of people say it's unhealthy, and I believe that depending on what the situation is, I feel like wanting to be with your person all the time, whether you want to call it codependent, or you think about them all the time. So if if you're with your person all the time and you're enjoying it, who cares? you know? I don't think that's toxic in any way. Um, but that's just me being OCD, and I am a love bomber. I will give you all the love, and I will give it to you over and over and over and over and over again because I'm just like, yeah, I uh I have so much love, guys. And I have so much sadness. And that's why I love being here with you guys. And I know you guys got a super chatty reading, and I apologize, but I felt like we needed to chat about some things because this was actually a very beautiful reading. I mean, yes, there is a lot of pain and heaviness here, but I feel like most of you are in the almost completion mode, because I feel like I was saying, I had so much anxiety and like that feeling you get leading up to a panic attack. I don't know if any of you guys have problems with panic attacks, but um I find that when I have them, it's super intense, and like, you get kind of all out of sorts over, could be anything. You could drop a stick of butter on the floor and have a panic attack because you wasted a stick of butter. It's just a lot of my panic attacks back in the day before I was medicated were in the kitchen. That's why that reference came up, but maybe it resonated with somebody. But I now feel so like almost zen. Like We had a long chat and I was vulnerable with you. And hopefully, because of that, you'll come out of this reading and you'll feel better because you felt like what you had was an authentic, caring, emotional experience, even if you weren't sitting right in front of me interacting with me. And you can do that with your person. Even if they don't interact with you, you can send them positive vibes. You can actually text them positive vibes. You can be their friend because they really need one right now. Yeah. Because they are just exhausted, whether they keep themselves up at night. Like I said, I've been having, in the beginning, I was having those, issues with feeling like heart and stomach, and now it's just, it's so zen. Like I feel like I could take a nap after this reading. So I'm going to get you your messages, guys, and let me know if you don't like me yammering on in the readings. All right, pile one's person. Messages from 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 pile one. Messages from pile one. Oop, that is way too many. You know what? I'm going to take those and that's going to be it. Because we'll go through them real quick. I know you want your messages, guys. Messages are the best part. I didn't fall in love with you because I have always loved you and always will. Yes, big deck energy. That is everything, isn't it? I feel like you guys have known each other for quite some time. Wow, I like that. I like that a lot. I love it. So let's see what else we got here. Did you peek? Did you peek at your cards? No peeking. We got to all learn it together. This is our favorite part. This is the good stuff, right, guys? And I like I said, I feel so happy, and so maybe you guys just really need to have a conversation. And maybe all it takes is you to initiate with something vulnerable, something, and if they can't respond and be vulnerable back, don't hold that against them. Just know that you are brave for what you said, and if they come back still, then keep trying to lift them up because they really need it. They really need some rest. Like I feel so like I need a nap. You're not my usual type, but I like it a lot. Yeah. I feel like you're that strange girl type. And they weren't expecting that. But that's part of the reason why you connected so, like, heavily in the beginning, that it scared them, that you were just there. You're such a temptation. I love your sense of humor. Yes. Like I was saying, it felt like your person, whether I seemed funny in this reading or not, they think they're a pretty funny guy. And I kind of, yeah. I thought the energy was kind of funny too. Not at first. It was a little bit at first, but now I'm just like, yeah, funny. So, didn't sound funny, but I just like zeroed in on the card and just the word love. They love everything about you, pile one. They love your laugh. You may have a really like like not weird, but like a very unique laugh. I don't know if you guys have put me in 2 times mode yet, but I'm so slow that I actually still sound normal, so I guess I'm okay with it. But when I laugh, my little nervous tick that I have, it it actually sounds so oddly funny. So you should check that out if you want to hear me in chipmunk mode. Let's see what else we got here. The kindness in your heart is so beautiful, and this is so much how they feel about you. Like they can't believe you're real. Like you are. Like that's why they self-sabotage. Like how could you be real, pile one? How could you be real? You are the kindest, most beautiful person they've ever met. Where was the red flags? That was the red flag for them. They threw up their wall instantly. I feel like, as Joy would say at A Journey in Light, I feel like their wall is no longer a brick wall, but it's more like a picket fence. And you're now able to kind of see into your person just a little bit more. There's still barriers, they're still guarded, but you are so kind and vulnerable, and your heart, they think you're beautiful in every way. That that's why they feel like they can actually, that's how they went from Grim Reaper to Twin Flame energy, because you were the catalyst for that. It's heartbreaking we can't have more than we do now. Yeah, this is big separation energy right here. It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, heartbreaking. It is, isn't it? All you want to do is be with your person, to wrap your arms around them and just hug them so tight so that they can feel how much you love them. It's so hard being separated from your twin flame. Can you handle all of my scars? I feel like they, and maybe even you as well, are very in your head about this. Like all the things that make you you, that you beat yourself up about, that you tell yourself you're terrible, that this is like, how could anybody, want you for this, that, or this other thing? Because we all do that. We all do that to ourselves, and don't do that. And it's hard. I know I don't take my own advice. I still get in my head. There were so many of you that were so sweet in the comments. I just loved you for that. It really boosted me. Put me on a love spree. I started sending comments to everybody else. But I I think you guys both have some scars. You both got some things. 1:11 on the timer. 1 hour and 11 minutes, guys. You are my rose. Oh my god. I love roses. Red roses. All roses, but like, yeah. I'm specifically seeing like the brightest, reddest rose. Like in a snowy backdrop. Like that's you. You're their rose in winter. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe winter is significant. Maybe that'll be when you guys can finally come together. You will be in my heart until death and beyond. Oh, pile one. They love you so much. They love you so much. And they're so worried that they're not going to be able to make it to you. But they want you to know this. You are their rose. They love you. You are my secret passion. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a secret right now, guys, but I don't think they have let on nearly as much as they secretly desire you. They're holding back so many feelings, so many emotions, so that they are not tempted by you. I mean, they are tempted by you. I feel like you might still try to throw a temptation at them every now and then. But you are still their secret passion. They don't tell you how much they love that stuff, but they do. And every now and then you get them. I'm hearing every now and then you get them. And they lose their mind. And then they have to go back into the cycle where they are just not biting that poisoned apple that you keep putting in front of their face. Your beauty and grace captivates me. Yeah. They think you're so beautiful, pile one. I love this energy now. If you could have told me at the beginning of this reading that I would be in this energy right now, it's like I took a sedative or something. It's really absolutely just, I really think you guys need a conversation. You guys need a conversation, and whoever's the bravest one, which I feel like is you, pile one. Because what are you here for if you're not searching for answers on how best to deal and heal with this connection? Just know that they feel this way about all of this. They feel for you. And I'm getting strong Beauty and the Beast vibes. Rose, Beauty. Also a little Jack and Rose and My Heart Will Go On is came through a little bit. It's like we share the same mind and heart. Yes, because you do. Because you do. Because you do. I just love that. I just love it. I am a forever screenshotter, so I try to give you guys enough of a chance to screenshot some things. But, well, we made it to the end of your reading, guys. Now, this is the part where I say goodbye and how much I enjoy your being here. So, thank you. And if you could please, if you enjoyed your reading and you want me to keep reading for you, I would really appreciate it because YouTube is so mean to us with their algorithm. And you guys have been so great in these past couple of videos. I cannot believe how many like views you got. I'm so thankful. So just keep pounding that like button. I've always wanted to say that. Keep pounding that like button, guys. Um, but subscribe and put on your notifications so that you can get access um, to notifications. And I put a lot of stuff up on my community feed if you're interested in checking that out. I do polls with pictures of my fur babies, and I channel songs. And again, in case you didn't remember, I have that channeled song for this reading. It's one of my favorite things to do is make those trailers for each reading, but I feel like it almost hurts my channel because they don't get very many views. And so the algorithm doesn't care that you might love this video, but they see that the short didn't get very many views, so they're just like, that's a bad video. we're not gonna we're not gonna suggest your videos anymore. Nobody likes that. So, and again, I don't know why I am so chatty. Like maybe it's because I am Gemini rising in Gemini season, and I went from being so anxious to so like just completely mellowed out, and I just started thinking about all you guys and what the past couple of days have been like with all your lovely comments and all of the subscribing and liking. And now I just got to get those hours up. If you're still here, you are one of the people that is helping to keep my channel alive, because it I guess when you click on a video and you don't like watch it, it you're even like right away, even if like you come back to it, it's like, oh no, this person did not want to watch this video. So it's just weird. I don't get the algorithm. It's kind of like the cloud when it first came out. It's like nobody knows what the cloud is. We hate it. We hate it though. But for whatever reason, Spirit has blessed me with all you guys coming in these past 3 to 4 days, and I'm just so grateful that that you guys are here. And like I said, if you want to talk to me, comment, because I get in the comments and answer every single one of you just almost as soon as I can, because I do sleep. I do stay up all night in the middle of the night because that's the best time to film. It's the quietest, except for when my fur babies want to whine or puke. But like I said, this reading got very vulnerable, and that's what I do. I overshare, and if that's something you guys don't want, I am more than happy to get those kind of comments or suggestions to shut up. So if you're still here though, you're awesome, and I love you, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this beautiful blue fire agate. Look at how gorgeous that is. This is going to be your reading. I think I already said that. But here's your card. First of all, this card is, I love it. It says number 36, in case that is insignificant. Shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. But look, with her little palette and her little paintbrush that looks like a flame. She looks like she's got fire in her eyes. Feeling that artist soul. Let's go ahead and start with some oracle cards. Give it one shuffle just so that you can see that on camera. Awkwardly, because it's such a large deck, and I have to do that. We'll even give it a little one of these. Okay, so we're gonna pick some oracle cards so we can try and get a feel for what's going on with you and your person's current thoughts and feelings. So take a deep breath and think about your person. All right, guys. Let me awkwardly get up this gigantic deck and see what's on the bottom. Roll the dice. Well, that's a beautiful card. Taking a risk. Roll with it. Risky situation. So, pile 2. Are you the risk? Are you the risky situation? This is big deck energy here. It's holding up the number 12. If that's significant, or any of these numbers, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Oh, wait a second. Oh. Is it 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? All right. Let's see what we have for you. I'm going to try to keep this reading a little bit shorter than pile 1 because I was yapping through the whole thing. So I'm going to try and stay focused and let's see what we got. Sacrifice. Didn't this come up in the last reading? I can't remember if it was for pile 2. But also the reading before that, I had pile 3, the card was sacrifice. So there's a lot of heavy energy in the collective right now. This is heavy, that wears the crown vibes, like difficult decisions, aligning priorities. They have to give something up in order to win you. But they're trying to be so wise about it. This is giving earth energy. But look at those eyes. Like they're watching you. They're terrified you're not going to be there. They'll be a. I'm hearing the lyric. Um, what if I die before telling you how I really feel? And that's from Intrusive Thoughts by Natalie Jane. That song is, if you want to put on something and just cry your heart out, put on that song. Um, but yeah, they're trying to get through all their difficult decisions before they feel like it's killing them. Not only the burdens that they are dealing with, but the fact that they cannot be with you is such a burden on their soul. It's killing them. And all they can do is watch and wait. And they feel like you're suffering. Which, of course, in this kind of, it feels like a high level connection. What would it be if I wasn't channeling a high level connection? But you have to give something up in order to be with you. Otherwise, they'll end up dying before they are able to tell you how they really feel. And you'll just be suffering. They feel like this is you. I mean, they feel your pain, just like you feel theirs. But they are watching and waiting. But you will make it through this. They will make it through these difficult decisions, these sacrifices they're having to make. Because there's a lot of risks, but they are rolling with it. And maybe December could be around the time that you have that conversation that I feel like you guys need to have. That's been the overall feeling I've gotten for both pile 1 and 2. The traveler, a travel or a foreigner beginning your journey, long distance relationship. Yeah. So she's got a little ship in her hands. Ships in the background. Maybe that's special. But she just looks like she's waiting. Waiting to take this journey with her other half. She's so sad because they're so far away from you. They're so far away from you. Ancient history, ancestral karma, gifts from the ancestors, someone you have a past with. So this could be quite literal in that you have had a past connection with this person. Maybe you were childhood friends or met each other early on, and maybe you guys are just now finding each other again because of the karma that they've had to deal with. But it's kind of creepy. Look at all these crocodiles, or what? I don't know. I'm sure you guys will let me know if I was wrong, but they all have human eyes. Is that not wild? That one looks like he's smiling a little bit, but sneaky. And then there's, what is that? Is that a moth? Hmm. It's definitely an intense card. Um, Seems like it has a lot to do with the sacrifices they're making right now. But I feel like it's in order to bring you guys together because they are taking that risk. And you guys will make it through this. The Devil's Domain. Obsession. I was talking a lot about obsession in my OCD and Pile 1. You guys might be if you feel called, you might want to watch Pile 1. You might have messages in there. And if you want to just hear me ramble a lot about myself, you can also do that for that entertainment, I guess. The Devil's Domain, obsession, addictions, and poor habits, and codependencies. I also mentioned poor habits and codependencies. So, yeah, I think you guys should head on over to Pile 1 after this and give it a listen. So, damn. It's just, these are heavy cards. Like, look at how heavy these are. This person has such darkness inside of them and they're dealing with it. It feels like they've got a lot of eyes on them. It also feels like they've got eyes on you in a protective sort of way. They're trying to make the most wise decisions because they have been difficult. They've been so difficult. Trying to figure out what their priorities are. And maybe what they had to give up was you in order to eventually win you in the end. Not like a prize, but they gave up this. I mean, I don't think they had much choice with this long distance relationship, but they had to give up any kind of energy they could have shared with you because they had to full force put it into this risk that they were taking, this risky situation they're rolling with. But they do recognize that this is a sacred kind of bond, like even like a past life relationship type thing. But they're also in their head a lot about, could be any number of things. Any number of things. This person is very burdened. Secret admirer. And this is how they stay. I feel like they are a little bit obsessed with you, a little bit addicted to you in the best ways, you know. A little bit addicted to your energy, kind of dependent on it because maybe you're the highlight of their low life. I'm hearing that poppy song. Baby, you're the highlight of my low life. Take a shitty day and make it alright. Oh, in every circumstance, only make the difference. Baby, you're the highlight of my low life. So, yeah. So they're, remember I said they were secretly kind of behind the scenes, keeping their eye on you, secretly watching you. This came up a lot in pile one. A lot of fear came up. Um, but you are unaware of these feelings. They haven't shared any of this with you. And it's not because they don't want to, because believe me, they do. But they can't get caught up in these feelings. It doesn't feel like they really understand them themselves. This may be the first time they've ever felt like this, pile two. So they are so scared of doing or saying anything that could possibly make them seem just any type of way in your eyes. I'm hearing that they're afraid of everything because they don't want to scare you off with anything. And the funny thing is, pile two, is I don't feel like you give a shit about any of it. You just want to wrap your arms around them and like smother them with your love. Because I don't feel like it's a secret. The only secret is that they haven't revealed it from their mouth to your ears. But intuitively I think you know it. And I do think there are ways that they show it. Maybe they send you music. But either way, I'm feeling that it's very hard for them to get into their emotions and their feelings. And right now, it could cause this whole bunch of just obsessing and addictions, and just they don't want to get into that. They have that wall up for a reason. They're going through some heavy stuff, but they're doing it all because they want to be able to travel to you. At some point, they want to be able to be there to sacrifice for you and take care of you. Not because you need to be taken care of, but because you guys need each other. to take care of each other. Circus in town. Well, I mean, this again is a nod to the fact that there's so much drama, so much unpredictable shit going on that they just can't deal with it. This always makes me feel like a kids party that's gotten way out of hand. Like maybe they have their hands full with kids. Maybe they're a single parent. Uh, maybe you bring out the inner child in them and it makes them feel out of control because that's when they start saying those unpredictable things that just come into their mind because they love you. They have so much love for you, and you they know that you see right through their anything, right? So like they just keep their mouth shut. They're too busy dealing with some really dramatic, out of control stuff. I just feel like it's one thing after another that is like there's so many animals flying around. There's that frog in the background, the bunny. What is that, a little chipmunk? Yeah, so it feels like their life is a literal circus right now. And so they're in their head about that too. They don't want you to think that they are choosing to not give you any energy. They just don't have any to give. How to. So they know they can't bring these feelings to you because then that is the start of something new. And they can't start that yet because they are not ready. They're still sacrificing and they've still got so many priorities and dramas and decisions and bogged down by some heavy ancient karma. I mean, like, shit. But they are finally at a point where they are ready to roll with it. And that's you. So they're doing whatever they can do to get to you. Let's see what kind of messages we're going to get. Okay, we're going to use these Hidden Truth, Volume 2. We're going to see what your person has to say. So take a deep breath and ooh, think about your person. How to person say? Oof. Okay. No peeking. See, I know there was a flip. Oh, there was two flips. There's another one. Well, your person has a lot to say to you, I think, because they can't, in real life, they can't say these things. So, you let me down. That's What does that give? Let me see what's underneath this. I still feel the pain. I have too much to lose. Maybe they feel like this is heavy, guys. Whatever this was that happened, whether it was something they perceived in the wrong way, or you actually did do something that hurt them or said something, or maybe took your energy away from them, because that hurts, pile two. It hurts when you take away your energy. And I feel like it hurts you too. And yeah, there are boundaries that you know intuitively when you need to set. And that's up to you and your discernment. But, and even if it's just one of you that needs to hear this, it's if you withhold communication or energy or things based on, well, they're not talking to me, so I'm not going to talk to them. Well, like a tit for tat type thing. I urge you to try to put yourself in somebody else's perspective and somebody else's trauma. Even if you don't know their trauma, I don't think you would be here if you've never felt trauma, pile two. And we all have different ways of dealing with that kind of pain. And let's say you did something tit for tat and you said, well, for the example, just, oh, they're not texting me, I'm not texting them. But you could choose to send them some love, some grace, some good energy. And if they want to isolate, maybe that's something they need to do to heal. If they want to be silent, maybe that's something they need to do to heal. Whatever it is they've done, and you know that within reason, you should give them grace and space. Because this is a very deep connection, and they are indeed sacrificing a lot at this moment. And I also feel like this pain is from how they treated you, because they self-sabotaged with the devil energy. They self-sabotaged that because they had too much to lose, and they didn't. And I feel like the letdown was that maybe when you first showed up, they thought it was going to be some kind of energy that they didn't have to, you know, worry about falling into feelings with. Maybe they just wanted to have a flirtation or a quick affair or a quick, just a situationship. Maybe they just wanted to flirt and whatever it was, they did not expect for you to be as kind and loving and nurturing and wonderful and everything that they've ever wanted in a person, like their other half. And it let them down because they're in the middle of the worst time of their life. They're barely surviving through this. And you come along, and this is their ego. Like, well, it must be your fault. But I think they no longer, I think this was a then energy. And I think they've come very far from this. I think they have started their healing. Of course, I don't think they are as far along in their healing journey as you are. Um, so let's see what they have to say. I daydream about a life with you. Exactly. They do. They take all day. You're their own personal work of art. They just love to think about you and think about the life you guys could have if they can get through these difficult decisions, priorities, if they can make they want to present as their best selves. And they can't do that with this circus. It just feels like they are bogged down by so much, which is why it is so risky to do whatever it is that they're doing, whatever decisions that they have to make. It is so risky. But the overall energy is you will make it through this. You shine bright like a candle. They paint their world with you. I hear over and over at night, they lay down and they daydream and they paint a different world where they're happy and you're laying next to them and they don't have any other worries other than keeping you warm and safe. Because they would do anything for you. They want you to know that. They still have feelings for you. Whatever it is that they've done to have, like, they know they've kept these things from you. They know that you sense it. They know you intuitively pick up on things. They might even do things like send you music and stuff like that. Like you might have a connection um, with art, um, poetry, music. There's all kinds of love languages, not just the main ones. So, but they know that you know intuitively that they have very, very strong feelings for you. And I really do feel a strong love for you. There's no, this is a heavy energy of they would do anything for you. Every scenario they can, they've dreamed about and worked out in their head. But they are so like their head and their heart have to come to a compromise to make the best decision. That's what they're having a difficult time with. And I feel like in the very beginning, it was definitely more the practical side, the logical thinking, the, the heart chakra blocked, very, very, very blocked. And now you've turned their world from this black and white, skeletal, just evil place that they have set up space in their mind. And now they daydream about you and all these colors and how beautiful you have made their world, how you've turned them from not wanting to be in this world to there's something here that makes me feel again. It's something about your eyes. I compare others to you. This could be part of what happened when they sabotage. This could be part of their pain. This could be part of why they want that you let them down. Or, I just feel like they made a decision to sabotage. As soon as they started feeling things, they cut you off. And then they may have chosen to try to be with others and maybe even actually, just actively being out there. And the thing is it didn't matter who they came across because nobody was you. And that's something I think they might be at the time. That's what they were blaming you with. That's what you let them down because now they can't think of anything else. They can't even enjoy other people because they're constantly thinking about you and how they'd rather be with you. And nobody compares to you. Yes, Sinead O'Connor, nothing compares to you. I won't sing it, but it's definitely a beautiful song. You broke my heart. Yes, this could be quite literal, and that would be something that would resonate with you. But what I feel when I look at this is that their heart was so hardened like stone, and you broke it wide open. You broke it wide open when it wasn't, this person didn't think it was possible. And now they have a whole new perspective on life and love, and they believe in it again because of you. We are all Mosaic souls, and we all are broken and shattered only to put ourselves back together oh so beautifully. And I feel like you took their shattered heart and you glued every tiny little piece back together with such delicate love and care. And I feel like they feel broken without you. I really feel like they need you right now, Pile 2. Even if they're not telling you that, they need you. Will you ever make things right? I feel like this is your energy, Pile 2. I feel like this is one of those thoughts, those not so much anger, but just pure, just at a loss of, like, why I just need to understand what is happening. Will you ever answer the questions that I've asked you? Will you ever tell me the things that are so wrong with me that you can't, I feel like you're taking this energy, and this is what I was talking about before. It's like if you put yourself in this energy where you are constantly not necessarily putting yourself in the other person's perspective, because again, you can't know what they're going through and how their body deals with that, but you can give them your authentic and loving truth and ask them this. If this is a question that is haunting you, don't let it haunt you. Don't let things haunt you. Be authentic, be vulnerable, show your heart to your person, because the worst thing that can happen, I mean, it's already broken, you know? The worst thing that can happen is you find out that your person wasn't who you thought they were. And that's a damn good thing as well. Because you don't need somebody that you can't be yourself with. You don't That person was never the person you thought it was if they walked away from something you were honest and vulnerable and loving and caring, and if they treat you in any other way than what you deserve to be treated with, respect and love, then yeah, hit the road. But you would know, right? You wouldn't be carrying around these questions and these heavy just emotions that are strangling you. You get it out. It would be in the air, in the universe. And then you surrender that to the universe, and whatever's meant to be will be, and you can only control what you say and do. And if you stay in an energy of anything negative, then the outcome's going to be negative. But if you really want and feel that you want to fight for this and hold space for this person, then maybe you'll get your questions answered. Maybe they will feel safe enough to tell you things. Believe me, it's not easy when you're dealing with somebody that could be a runner or an avoidant, or it's a delicate situation. And yeah, nobody wants to feel like they have to tiptoe around something, but if you really feel a love for your person and a dedication to just the bond and the connection itself, like you guys are always tied to each other, just like a friendship. I mean, not everybody makes it to that divine loving union, but you can still be the person that you were meant to be for your person and them to you. They can help you heal and you can help them heal, which is difficult, but a very, it is so satisfying. It is so satisfying. We don't share the same values. This could be something from the beginning when they were sabotaging and telling themselves that whatever situation they're in right now, whatever community they share, whatever traditions, values that they were brought up with, it could be any number of things, but they just convinced themselves that you guys were too different, that it could never work. But now they don't think that. Now, because of your refusal to give up, is what I'm hearing, they don't care about they don't even see the world in the same way they used to before you. They see this world as it was like it's gone from black and white to color. Literally that different. Because that's what love is. I mean, love is the ultimate healing journey, but it is not easy. But unconditional love and authenticity and communication, only way that these things work out. And it's okay if you can't be that kind of person, but just understand that you, whatever you decide is always going to be what's meant for you. The universe is going to always steer you and your intuition the right way. And your intuition will always whisper, it'll always be right. If there's some kind of screaming, anxious fear, that's exactly what it is. Intuition doesn't scream at you. Intuition is like, deep down, you know what's going on. So, I won't let you down. That's crazy because didn't we have, yeah, the back of the deck? You let me down. I won't let you down. I feel like this is your person and they are mirroring And this is what they feel like you, how you view them, that they have been nothing but somebody who has let you down over and over and over and over again because they can't give you that energy that you have given to them. And I don't feel like you feel like this at all. At least not for things that this person cannot help. But I feel like this person beats the crap out of themselves over things that they just, like we all do, they tell themselves things that they shouldn't. So they're sitting in their worries and they're like, you're not going to be there when they can finally get to you because they've let you down so much. Like how could you ever see them any other way? Which is ridiculous because all you want to do is love them and heal them with your love. But I feel like they went from this to they they are they are not going to let you down. They are doing some big sacrificing, some they are giving up something incredibly important. Their 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 priorities right now may not include you, but it's meant to get them to you. Everything they're doing right now is for the future of your connection. And they're not going to let you down, pile two. So I wonder how you feel. And there it is again. They still have feelings for you. They wonder how you feel too. Because they're telling themselves that, listen, the best way to explain this, and I explain this because this is something that I have dealt with all my life, is that if I, and we all have pure, we all know that you intuitively you might not feel okay. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. I lost it, guys. I did. I guess it wasn't meant to be. It completely blanked out of my head. It'll come back if it's meant. Oh, but it aggravates me. Maybe your person is aggravated. I mean, I really do feel big aggravation because I was going to say something and now it is gone and I hate that. Maybe that's a thing for one of you out there. But they do. They wonder how you feel. Oh, I think I remember. It was on the tip of my tongue. Yes, okay. So, me having OCD, I have dealt with all my life. If you don't have that trust for somebody, if you have problems trusting people, and a lot of us do, you often, if people aren't being authentic with you and trying to tell you what's going on or talk to you about situations or emotions or feelings and thoughts and stuff, you start to fill in the blanks yourself. Like I am super bad about that, or used to be. Um, and it would often affect all, relationships, because if I wasn't being informed or communicated with, I was in my head coming up with all the awful scenarios that could be why. And it just turns into a mental bloodbath against yourself, where you're putting yourself down when you really just need to feel beautiful and know that you're beautiful and know that you are loved and deserve love. And if you have feelings of love and care, share that. Share that with your person, because what's the worst that can happen? The worst thing that could happen would still benefit you, because then you wouldn't have to worry about it. You wouldn't have to worry about these questions and feelings and whatnots. But if your person is actively, which I feel they are, actively trying to just make it through this to get to you, then I feel that's a love worth waiting for. I feel like if you are so inclined, you should leave, have a space for this person so that they know they have somewhere safe to go if they need, you know, somewhere where I feel like they feel like you're home. You give them this sense, this feeling of home, like they feel calmed by you. Like I feel so calm right now. And I feel like your energy really helps them during a stressful time. Even just when they stop, I think they daydream about you in order to relieve the stress of their daily life. But they're not able to tell you about this. And they may not be able to tell you about this for some time. But what I can tell you is that if you are authentic and you stand in your truth, I don't think anything bad would come of it. I really don't, pile two. Maybe you're the one that needs to roll the dice and take the risk. Take it if it resonates. All right, guys, I'm going to get you a few more messages to close out this reading, which was supposed to be shorter, but of course, when I say that, it always turns out to be longer. Spirit's been very chatty tonight. Messages for pile two's person. Please, messages for pile two's person. Oop. Messages from pile two's person, please. Messages. Oof. Okay. Messages from pile two's person. Messages from pile two's person. All right. I have maturing to do. And I think they are, pile two. I think they went from this beginning where they were like, you're too good to be true, and I don't know what to do with you because I am drowning in all of this other stuff. But here you are, this beautiful piece of art in their life. I feel like they just love looking at you, pile two. Like you really are living art to them. And that's how they're making it through this. Because you are the candle that burns for them. And they know that. So they're maturing so that they can get to you and be proud of what they bring to you. Our time will come. Yes, it will, pile two. Especially if you believe it and they believe it. And just communication is key. It's been a big part of every reading, the 2 readings that I've done tonight. You see my soul. Yeah, this is why this is why in the beginning they were like, hey, and then they were like, oh shit. You see me. And that disarmed them. They couldn't just be in their player vibes or whatever it was, They didn't see it as being serious at all, but it was like instantly so serious that they were like instantly obsessed with you, and then they had to pull it out. They had to pull it back because you were just such a huge temptation. You see their soul, and they don't want you to see anything that will turn you off. I need time to find myself. And that's what they're doing. They're sitting off, secretly admiring you, trying to take care of their poor habits and make their important decisions. And they need time. Because, I mean, that's a lot. And to have to worry about, because they worry about how you feel about them and how, if you'll still be there when they're finally able to get to you, because they're trying. They just need time. Silence is how I cope. Yes. I'm hearing enjoy the silence from Depeche Mode. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed is here in my arms. But this person is not a communicator. They are a runner. Their their body has learned to deal and cope by completely shutting down. And that's not something to be mad about. It's something to give them grace about, because think about what they could have been through to make them the way that they are. And I'm not talking about people that are evil. Like, I'm talking about a soulmate who doesn't want to say the wrong thing, who wants to bring their best selves to you, but is terrified you're not going to be there when they get there. You make me want to do better. See? You do. You have taken their world, and I'm seeing Wizard of Oz going from black and white to color. Like, you really became the art of their life. I really love this card. You are worth fighting for. And that is what they're doing. They are sacrificing. They are going through just some very, very heavy shit just to get to you. They're dealing with obsession, addictions, poor habits, any of these things on their own, maybe multiple things. They are having to hold back all of their emotions and feelings. And I know that when I do that or have done that in the past, I don't do it anymore. I I get crazy. It literally eats you from the inside out. Even those intrusive thoughts that are the most horrible things that you could think and not speak out loud, but they're completely not even true. They're just things that pop in your head for no fucking reason, and they torment you for no reason. Speak it into the air and let it go. Write it down if you can't speak it. Set that shit on fire and let it go. Because no matter how ugly it is, once you put it down on paper or put it out into the universe, it loses its power and it won't haunt you anymore. But they are fighting for you. But they are lost for words again with the communication. They don't know what to say because the way they feel about you, there's no words. Pile two. There's no words. They would feel awkward and ridiculous saying anything because nothing can come close to how to putting their feelings into actual words. But they're trying to figure it out. You are my empress. That is something to leave off on. That's you are my empress. So that's it. You are their everything. You are everything that's beautiful and good in this world. You are on probably the highest pedestal, which isn't great. But that's why the more vulnerable and honest you can be with this person, at least you know that they know your most honest and authentic self. And as long as you're transparent, I think that you'll only grow closer. I think they have a lot of love and respect for you simply because of your kindness, of your beauty, without even knowing it. You have helped this person completely change their life. And they want to tell you that. But it's so life changing. It's so big. It's so much more than words. Which is why they are trying so hard to get to you, because I feel like your person is somebody that expresses their emotions through physical touch. I just got just so warm all over. That's definitely it, guys. That's how your person communicates their emotions. Physical touch. That's how they express their intimacy. Words make them uncomfortable, but the body doesn't lie. And I think they sit and they daydream about those times they've spent with you. And if they haven't actually been with you, they think about what it would be like because you are their empress. Wow. Well, guys, this was an amazing reading. Very emotional, but I think I hope something resonated with you guys. Always remember, don't take anything that doesn't fit. In a reading, you should never let anything take from you. If it if it resonates, it fits. If it doesn't resonate, it's for someone else. This is a collective reading, so not all the messages are going to be for you, but the ones that your heart sits and whispers, that's for you. That's for you. And you are such a bright, shining light in your lover's night. I don't know why I felt the need to rhyme right then, but this card is just entrancing. Her eyes. I feel like this person has a very, very intense stare. And I think this is one of the things they most love about you. But they never want to see you sad. And in their own way, I think they are doing what they think is best to protect you and this connection until they can bring themselves fully to you in their best selves. So love yourself. Put this person in your. I'm sending you both just the biggest soul hugs because you guys need it. You guys will be together again one day. And if not, you guys will have helped each other to become your best selves. And maybe that will create that everlasting bond, that string that never gets cut. Yeah. A friendship forever. But I also think that you guys are going to end up together. So, manifest. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I want to take a minute and tell you that I am so happy that you guys are here. And I've had quite a few subs and comments. Very, very beautiful comments. Thank you so much. Like I said, talk to me, I'll talk to you. I'm here. But the fact that you're liking and commenting and actually subscribing, thank you so much because I love doing this. I love being able to connect and help if I can. If I could just help one person and helping you to figure out your emotions, that's good enough for me, guys. So Thank you so much for being here and supporting me. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, thank you so, so much. Big soul hugs. So I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Hey, pile 3. If you chose this beautiful, sparkly peacock or so pretty, guys. This is going to be your reading. All right. So let's take a look at your card. We have the number 37, nature communication, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. So this card is very magical to me. I mean, just look at how beautiful her eyes are. It's intense. I feel like this person thinks you have the most beautiful eyes they've ever seen right off the bat. That's what I feel. Like you're their flower. Just delicate and sweet and smell good, and they want to get out in nature with you. Let's see what oracles we get. Give this a quick shuffle. It was pre-shuffled, but as we know, this deck is very big, and I just do the best I can with it. Take a deep breath and think about your person. All right. The bottom of the deck energy. Safe place. Oh, I love this card. Look at her just clutching her little teddy bear. I feel like you want to clutch your person like that. Maybe you call them your teddy bear. But they feel like home, and you miss that feeling, that sense of security, that comfort zone. I feel like you are that to this person. Like they come to you when they need a safe space to just be, even if they don't do anything but scratch the surface. You are the place they come when they need to settle their fears and anxieties, even though you are the cause of some of those fears and anxieties. I love how the purples are coming out. that that crown chakra slash third eye energy. This person could finally just be coming into the magical nature of this connection. Hmm. Lady Venus, beauty and grace, romantic and sexual love. Explore your desires. What is it about my pile threes where y'all freaks? Y'all persons is freaks and you is freaks, and I just love you guys for it. So let me know if you want 18 plus readings. I still need people to for that encouragement. I don't know quite how I'm gonna roll that out, but eventually it's the plan. I just channel it too much to not. So, Lady Venus, this is what they think of you. I'm not so sure what the blue and white striped sash or whatever, the scarf, whatever that is up there in the corner, that is very weird. But the shell itself is looking mighty sexual. She looks like she's just longing, waiting. But yeah, this is what they think of you. This is the image they have of you. You are beauty and grace and just desire, romance, all of it, all wrapped into one beautiful package. Communication. This has come up a lot lately. Conversation. Need to clarify something. Email, text messages, phone call. Again, we have this purple from, like, that third eye. It's like intuitively, maybe they communicate with you more intuitively than they do actual. But the point is that there is communication that needs to happen. There's a conversation that needs to happen, because I think they're finally coming around to feeling safe enough to have a conversation that has been needing to happen. They want to clarify some things with you. They want to bring you some truth, something they are quite scared to tell you. Maybe they'll finally reveal their feelings. Maybe they will tell you something that they are regretting. Maybe it'll be an apology. But communication is definitely coming. Left out in the cold. Scarcity mindset, ready to give up, emotional, material loss. I feel like this is the things that they need to talk to you about. And I just noticed nature, communication. Communication. Look at these purple flowers. Oh, look, and that looks just like the little clamshell she's sitting in. So, look at this. Let's put these down for a second. Communication. Communication. Whether it's some kind of magical, telepathic, intuitive communication or a solid 3D text, message, call, email, there's something coming in the form of something being clarified. And I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like your person is terrified. So it makes me think it has to do with maybe finally revealing some deep feelings or things that they might have been struggling with. Could be mental, could be physical, could be both. It could be finally coming to you with some kind of information that, you know, answers to questions that you've had but haven't been given. But they think you're magical. And I feel like they're getting signs and synchronicities, like so many. But the purple flowers in both cards, I love that. Green as well. So that's not only crown and third eye chakra, it's heart chakra. You also have the same purple and green in this picture. Safe place feels like home. I feel like they're finally getting comfortable enough with you and the safe space that you provide them to bring you the conversation that you guys have been needing to have. However that resonates. But there's definitely some communication happening. Maybe it's to tell them to tell you just how much they desire and love you and want to explore this. Finally. But this left out in the cold. I feel like this is how they think they've made you feel. And this is how they think you look at them. Like you're ready to give up on them because of the just how they've not been able to open up with their emotions, or they've just not shown up for you in the ways that you deserve, and they've not reciprocated, or the connection itself isn't balanced, which I think really bothers them. And emotionally they can't give to you right now, and they feel like they've left you out in the cold, and that's how you're going to be by the time they get to you. Which is why they're trying to figure out how to communicate just how much they they want you and how safe they feel with you. Sacred cycles. Let go of the old, honor the cycle you are in, and what goes around comes around. That makes me feel like karma. Like this person is literally in and like they are finishing out a karmic cycle and they are finally going to be able to let go of all that old just that like the emotional and material loss that they could be experiencing is just the end of a cycle that they are finally ready to be done with. Maybe in as little time as a month, they could be coming to you with this conversation about how they're finally starting a new cycle, one that includes you, and honoring you in that by coming forward and letting you know that how they really feel, how you really make them feel. Strangely lonely. Isolation, a journey alone, feeling lonely or abandoned. I also feel like not only is this your person, but they're mirroring you and they know it. Just like this left out in the cold, again with this red energy, this root chakra energy, this is how they feel that you must be feeling about them, if that makes sense. Because this is how they feel or have felt by putting themselves in the perspective of, how you're looking at things, how you could be looking at things. And that's why it's so important to feel the things you feel and to be honest about them and just because I feel like they really do regret even the smallest things that they have not been able to give to you. No energy has been left to give to you, and they really feel bad about it. They are really beating themselves up about it. They really regret having to do the things that they literally had to do in order to survive. And maybe somewhere along the way, you did feel left out in the cold and you did give up and you did stop for a moment. And it was the worst feeling. It brought out their innermost fears of being abandoned. Like you proved to them exactly what they thought you were going to do. But you were just putting up a boundary. It's all about communication, guys. Communicate. Communicating is the only way. If you really want something like this to work, communication is the only way that will allow it to, like, you have to be able to get through your triggers and confront your demons, and then your demons have to get along. And it's very hard to go through these kind of connections because of the deep emotional, it's it's just, if you know, you know. It's strangely lonely. But it's like you feel your other half out there, and you'll never feel complete until you two become one. Now I'm hearing that Spice Girl song. To become one. Okay. This came out in pile 2. So there might be messages in pile 2 for you. The devil's domain, obsession, addictions, and poor habits, codependency. So this is part of what I feel like they're letting go of. These old cycles that were, pretty much a daily. I mean, I feel like they have some poor ways of coping, as far as, like, they might have the habit of just, you know, trying to fill their days with, all the work. Like, they work very hard. They're just never stop. And it's all in an effort to not have to stop and think and be in their feelings. Like, look at all this craziness. These are the feelings that they feel trapped by. These are their demons that they just, we all know how hard it is to get rid of some of our demons. But they are leaving this behind. They are healing. They are almost ready to communicate. Not quite, but it's coming, pile 3. They want to tell you how much that you have helped them literally change their life around. Like, you were the catalyst for a whole new outlook on life. They just have to figure out a way to communicate it to you. And I feel like you were on such a pedestal, and they're terrified of saying the wrong thing. So they don't want to lose you. Let's get to those message cards. Those are absolutely some of the most fun parts. All right, guys. Let's see what your person's thoughts and feelings are right now. Messages for pile 3's person. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Yeah. So maybe don't even, if you know intuitively that your person is making themselves literally sick over how they've treated you, or the heavy shit that they've got going on in their life, just show them some some love and some light. Give them some grace. You never know how much your words can mean to somebody, and simply just change the way they look at the world and how they feel about themselves. I mean, I got so many comments today about how, I mean, you guys are the best. Thank you. If you commented, I love you for it. You guys gave me such a mood boost today because, you know, not every day is a good day for everybody. We all have bad days. We all have days that we need to hear that, we're doing good, or we're, oh, really? You doing good, girl? That's Lily. She says hi. She'll probably continue to talk until I get up and scratch her belly, but back to your messages and your person. Um, yeah, I mean, you guys left me some really sweet messages, and I appreciate you all so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. I've gotten so many subs and likes, and I just want to thank you guys for that. And I love it so much. And if you haven't, go ahead and do it. This is your sign. Because it's really helping with the algorithm. You guys are um just, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're still here with me rambling like I have rambled through this video, then you guys are definitely soul family. So shout out and talk to me. I love to talk. So as you can tell, I just really needed to get out some things today with you guys. I think the collective energy right now is super heavy, and it all comes back to this communication element and forgiveness. Balance, yeah. One person is giving too much in this relationship, and that's one of the things they feel you hold against them, that they regret that they could not give you that energy. So maybe if you know that, maybe offer them some grace and some forgiveness and alleviate some of the pain that they put themselves through. Messages for pile three. Messages for pile three. Denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. And that's what they had to do. That's what they had to do in the beginning, because they became so obsessed and instantly just wanted to, like, But they had to deal with this karma. I mean, you came in like Lady Venus, and this is how they picture you, waiting sadly. Yeah. So maybe tell them you're okay. Maybe tell them you're worried about them. Maybe tell them you forgive them because this person is really going through it. They're isolating themselves. They're dealing with these. I feel like they cause themselves so much pain in their minds and so much worry. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but they detached. They went into denial. Nobody was like you. And now they clearly see the truth. And that's, I feel like that's the communication they're coming forward with for you. It's maybe they're going to finally tell you about the difficulties of this journey that they felt they needed to be alone for. Maybe they don't want to be alone anymore. Maybe they have abandonment wounds. I mean, a lot of us do, right? That's what I feel like. Let's get a couple more messages from Pile 3's person, please. Messages from Pile 3's person. Go slow. Yeah. Take time to get to know each other. Yeah. You guys don't have to be all booed up right away. If this is really something that is a high level counterpart connection, or just it's you got to find a balance and a compromise. You can't hold grudges, and you can't be in denial. You have to be authentic and forthcoming. And you just take the time and be friends and get to know each other. Because what's meant to be will be. And the universe will always have your back. So instead of letting things eat you up from the inside out, you just be an open book. Be an open book and communicate. Communicate your heart out. Because what's meant for you will be. And if you communicate something that drives this person away, then they weren't meant for you. And that's also something you need to know sooner rather than later. You know? It just, it just, yeah, it just feels so like they have so much they have to do, and so much. It's like you're the only thing that makes them feel safe right now, that gives them a sense of security, any kind of comfort. And they can't even bury themselves in you like they want to. But they definitely don't want you to think of them in certain ways, in certain lights. They want to communicate and clarify some things, some truths, some things that they may have been in denial about, but now they have balanced out, and maybe there's an apology. But a conversation is happening, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a heavy one. And it's probably gonna be very surprising because I don't feel like this person has had a heavy conversation with you. So go slow. Take time to get to know each other. And what will be, guys. And then you don't have to have that constant worry. Nobody needs that. This one wanted to peek out. Oh, I put that on top. Time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. Again, with clearly seeing the truth, need to clarify something, you know? Yeah. The distance that they've had to go through has definitely brought the clarity in a lot better. So, I would be expecting a conversation soon. That's what this is all pointing towards. Now let's get some divine love messages from White Rose Guidance. See what they think of you and feel about you here. Close up your reading. I was actually the pile 1 and pile 2 were much longer because I was just talking, like, so I don't know. It just this pile just seems so like I'm really just sucked into this, feeling lonely and abandoned, and this obsession and addictions and codependencies and these sacred cycles. It just really feels so emotionally heavy, and like I've felt like I've been depressed this entire time. Like, seriously, I went from pile 1, where I started off the pile and I had so much anxiety. But by the end of the pile, it was like after a panic attack when you feel just so tired. And then pile 2 got a little, you know, it felt like I was more at ease. Um, but this feels depressed. This feels like if you look at every face in this, on these girls, they are not one of them is smiling. Not one of them looks like they feel safe or loved or like they understand anything at all. They all look like they have questions in their eyes. And your person knows they blame themselves for what they see in your eyes. Even though you try to hide it, they know, just like you know. And you just have to go slow. And in time, I really feel like you will be together. But even these good cards of beauty and grace and safe place and comfort zone and nature and fairy energies, they're still so sad. So sad. Communication. This is like, it's a very, I feel very bogged down. So this weeding has been a little bit quicker, even though I feel like I've been so slow. So, boy, this is heavy, guys. This is a heavy one. Let's get some messages, some final messages. Messages for Pile 3's person, please. Messages for Pile 3's person. 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 Okay, that is plenty. They really started. They were like, okay, you want to know what's going on? Here you go. Here's the whole deck. Okay. Bottom of the deck. You are my treasure. Plain and simple. Yeah, I'm hearing Bruno Mars. Treasure. That is what you are. So that might be significant. All right. Oh my goodness. These are, I can't wait for these. Maybe I'll get a boost of energy by the end of these, hopefully. I just feel like I am so in tune with every set of eyes and every card that it's just so sad. So sad. I'm gonna put these over here. Okay. All right, now to the good part. We love this part. I want to travel the world with you. Yes. And this is the ones in red are like twin flame type cards. They're like red for flames, I think. That's how I remember anyway. I can never say it, but I do love you. This person has so much so many problems with their throat chakra. This is in blue, which is the throat chakra. And I feel like this really is a problem for them. Being able to reveal their heart to you because of what they've been through. This is another twin flame card. Give in. Give in for my touch, for my taste, for my lust. Those are actual song lyrics that are escaping me right now, but yeah, that's They want to explore desires and romantic and sexual love with you. You are their Venus of fire. They think you are so beautiful. Oh my goodness, another. There's like not many of these cards in this deck. I find everything about you so pleasurable and irresistible. Yes, this is definitely perking up my energy, guys. I mean, come on. That's hot. Yeah. Always got to end off with some nice little sexy messages, you know. I have tried telling you the truth so many times, but I just cannot for some reason. Again, blue chakra, their throat chakra. They have a really hard time communicating. Maybe not out in the real world, but with you, God, they have a hard time. They don't want to say the wrong thing, but they just want to be so, they want to be their authentic selves with you, but they're scared. They're scared. Your face haunts me day and night. It really does. That's what I keep saying about these. All the faces in these pictures are so haunting. The eyes are so haunting, and I feel like they sit with that image and they just tear themselves apart. At nighttime, when they can't do what it is they do to not think of you, when they can't get away from that, that's what they think of. And you haunt them. You are my dream come true. I am shocked at your existence. Yes. This is how they felt when you first came back into their lives, or when you first showed up in their lives. I am feeling that this is a connection that has been reignited or wants to be reignited. All that fire energy. I'm taking my time. We have all the time in the world. Again, with the world, they want to travel the world with you. The world card came up in pile 2. So that might be a sign or a nod that you might go and have some messages there. But they don't want to just have all the time. They want to give you the world. They want to travel the world. You are their world. Another red card. I feel so strongly I can taste your essence. Mm-hmm. I've got goosebumps. They are so, so hot for you. I feel so much beauty, harmony, sweetness, and shelter between us. They do. So much beauty. And I'm getting a song, a Sleep Token, Shelter. It's a beautiful song. There could be some messages in the lyrics for you. Oh my God, did you guys get every red card in the deck? This is definitely a divine counterpart connection. I know that the fire that burns in you is the same that burns in me. They might have denied it at first, but now they understand that this connection is for real. This connection is literal fire. I believe you. Yeah. Maybe you came in the beginning and you were like, hey, I'm your twin flame. And they were like, what the hell is that? But now they believe you. I mean, that's just a one-off scenario, maybe more than a one-off, but completely plausible situation, you know. They might not have the same set of ideals and beliefs that you have, but now they don't think you're as crazy as they thought you were in the beginning because now they feel the strength of that connection and they believe in it now. Forgive me. I have never felt this way before. I do not know how to act. They don't. They really don't. And this again coming up in blue for the throat chakra. They don't know how to act or what to say, or and they definitely have you on a pedestal with this Venus card. You are like perfection. You are the world to them. You haunt them. This is I didn't believe it could, but I went from being so like down and depressed to like I'm excited. Like this is this is worth waiting for. This is worth fighting for. This is worth holding space for. And I love it. I love this energy. And I love this for you guys because if you are sad as I feel when I looked at all these girls and their sad eyes. Ugh, I just started hearing True Colors. Sad. Phil Collins version actually. All right. Pile 3. We're going to leave it here. I am sending you so much love and such big soul hugs. And I've taken a minute in every pile to thank you guys because today I had so many sweet comments from you guys. And I really appreciate it more than you know. And I was down there in the comments just chatting away. You guys really did make my day today. And thank you for the likes and, the comments and subscribes because you guys are making my dreams come true right now. And thank you for that. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And let's talk. Let's talk about this. The good stuff, the hot stuff. Oof. Anyway, yeah. So, thank you so much for being here. Again, I appreciate all the love and support and kindness you guys have given me these past few days. My past couple of videos have done so well compared to, it's like finally the algorithm was like, okay, we'll see what happens, and you guys just blew me away. So thank you so much for being here, and I know that if you are still here right now, that you are part of this soul family that I never knew I needed until I knew I needed it. And I do. I need you guys, and I'm here for you guys, and let's help each other heal. All right. Thank you so much. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it's wonderful. And I hope to see you again. Thanks, guys.